Hi, how you doing? I'm Chris. So, welcome. I'm gonna talk about a couple new plugins I got and show them to you and show and tell. And I'm also gonna record one of my episodes for the daily goodie episode. So, but also, if you have any questions about podcast audio production, let me know. If you have any specific questions, let me know. I can answer questions. Although once I start recording the episode, I'm just going to run through that. That'll probably take about 20 minutes. Anyhow, the two new plugins I got, well, there's one of them, but I want to show you this one first. Oh, look at this. Oh man, are you kidding? Look at this plugin. Is this not beautiful? This is the Focusrite SC, which is the studio console, but it's made by Brainworx, and they do the little BX_console Focusrite SC. But this is a Focusrite channel strip, basically, from one of their studio consoles. That's what the SC stands for. And I just got this, and it's really awesome. I love it. First of all, the EQ is just ridiculously awesome and clean. When you add high frequencies, it's like so smooth. When you add low frequencies, it's so smooth. And then of course the low mids and the high mids are also just great. It's just a really high quality EQ. That's sort of an understatement, actually. And then you got the compressor section, which I'm using this now a little bit, just a little bit of compression here. If I like to use several compressors on each voice, usually. Depends on the voice and the recording and everything. But this is one that I'm really trying out these days. I mean, it sounds really good. I'm just getting to know it, I guess you could say. Of course, it has a gate, an expander, and a gate here. And it has filters for the side chain of the gate and the compressor. And it has the regular filters, the high pass and low pass filters. These are awesome. But yeah, filters are like, they're so handy. Just like not every voice I use them on, but like, rolling off some high end or low end is very often helpful. And again, it depends on the recording and all that. But having two really nice filters is awesome. And then it has some, what is it? THD, I guess, which is harmonic distortion, and V gain, virtual gain. I haven't played with those much. But anyway, this isn't a tutorial of the plugin. This is just like, hey, I got this new plugin that's awesome, and I just wanted to show it on the screen and stuff. The other new plugin I got was this one. This is called the Oxford Inflator, and it's by this company Sonnox, and it's pretty cool. It's hard. It's a little hard to explain. It's kind of like, I don't even know. How can we explain this? You know what? Let's go to the videotape or the website. I forget the wording they use. Okay, so that they say is it's a unique and powerful plugin to increase loudness without sacrificing sonic quality or dynamic range. Add power and presence to your mix without the pumping of compression. Use on individual channels to bring them forward and add weight. So this is actually the main use case in podcast audio production. To bring it's kind of like compression, but it doesn't really sacrifice much dynamic range. But it also it brings the voice more forward and also adds weight to it. So, because a lot of times in podcast audio, if a guest has a crappy mic and they're not close to their mic, they sound far away. They sound thin and wimpy, and this is a tool to bring that up, kind of bring it more in your face. Because that's in my experience, sometimes, especially people who are really close to their mic, when your mouth is really close to the mic, you get that nice, clear, sort of in your face feeling. But if someone's not close to their mic, even further than that, they won't sound so close. Even if you turn up you can make them louder, but they still don't seem that close. So this Oxford Inflator kind of does that. It increases the loudness, the perceived loudness, and the closeness, and says it's perfect to help vocals cut through the mix. So yeah, I got this. And by the way, one of the things about this plugin that I initially didn't like was that you need an iLok account, which I do have an iLok account, but a lot of the plugin companies let you run or just like when you register the plugin on your machine with iLok, then that's it. It's registered on your machine, and you do not have to have the iLok cloud session running or something. But this one, it claims that you do need the iLok cloud session running to use this plugin. But to my surprise and delight, I installed it, and I opened the iLok and I did the remote cloud session, and then it started working, and then everything was fine. But then like the next day, when I fired up my computer and started working on audio, I opened up Reaper and I opened up this plugin and I used it, and it worked without me having to open up another iLok cloud session. So very happy about that. So in essence, now this works like the rest of my plugins where, all the licenses are registered locally, and I don't need an internet connection. Although I haven't tried that. The next thing I have to try with this plugin is to turn off my internet connection and then try to use this plugin. And I wonder if it'll work or if it'll give me a problem, right? So that's the question. But, mostly when I work on stuff, I'll be able to have, I'll have an internet connection, so I don't have to worry about that. But anyway, those are the two plugins. Well, my most recent one before those two is the True Dynamics, which I think I already talked about, which is a pretty cool compressor, which I'm having fun using, still getting used to it, but this is definitely very high quality. It's an emulation of two very old compressors. This is the P41A, and then you got the LA1B, which is this one. I haven't really usually I have it on the P41A, and my mix is, somewhere around 30 or 40%, just to, get some parallel compression going, but not overdo it, obviously. So anyway, I'm liking this. I'm going to keep working with this one because it is very high quality, and I'm still learning how to use it perfectly. So, all right. Well, those are the new plugins I wanted to show. So this is Audio Hijack. So what we're going to do is I'm going to record an episode of my show live here, and it's a Daily Goodie episode. So if you're not familiar, I have the podcast engineering show. By the way, this is the podcastengineeringschool.com. But so this is the podcast engineering show, and I have these episodes which I call Chris's Goodie Bag or something about the goodie bag, right? And what I do is I overview, says it right here, I overview recent daily goodies. And it's a monologue episode. It's not an interview. It's just me overviewing about 10 or 12 blog posts that I've written for podcastengineeringschool.com. And so that's what I'm going to record live here. And apparently this is the stream. And 3 people are watching. Oh, it's my mom, my wife, and my dog. Well, I don't have a dog. But hello, if you're here, feel free to say hi or feel free to just watch. So what we have to do is, this is my notes for it's going to be episode 183 of my show. And the daily goodies are going to range from March 27th to April 9th. So this link should be the March 27th daily goodie. Yep. March 27th. And so, okay. So what we're going to do, because I'm doing this on one machine, I'm literally streaming live, and I'm actually recording already with Audio Hijack. You can see here I'm recording my mic I'm actually recording my mic twice because the top one here is going to be my mic recording for the entire stream. But this one, the second one here, I'm going to actually stop this after the 20 minutes episode, basically. So I'm going to stop this recording, and then I'm going to grab that piece of audio, and I'm actually going to edit it and process it and then finalize it. And I mean, I've never done this before. This is sort of a test. So of course, then I got Reaper, RX7, and Twisted Wave all open and ready to go, and I'm recording that. So the reason I'm recording all these things separately, here's Chrome recording separately in case I show anything in Chrome or play anything in Chrome. And then, of course, this is the level going out to the live stream, which I'm recording as a backup. But yeah, so I'll record my 20-minute episode. Then I'm going to stop this recorder right here. Then I'm going to bring the file into RX7 and process it here. Then I'm going to bring it into Reaper and mix it here using my plugins and all that stuff. And then after I do that, I will edit it in Twisted Wave. So this is a blank Twisted Wave file. I'm actually going to close this because I don't need that. When I open up the file, it'll be there. So, okay, we're ready to go. All right, welcome to the Podcast Engineering Show. I'm Chris Curran. I produce podcasts for companies, and I teach at Podcast Engineering School. Jeez, can't even say the name of my own school. All right, every week on this show, we bring you podcast production techniques on a silver platter. And we alternate between interviews with podcast producers and engineers and daily goodie episodes like the one we're recording right now, where I talk about 12 to 13 of the daily goodie blog posts that I write every day. And you can sign up to receive these daily goodies via email. And you could receive it daily or weekly. So sign up on PES.com on the right side of the website. I'm actually showing the folks on the live stream. And so we're going to cover the daily goodies from March 27th to April 9th. So let's start with March 27th. Libsyn now integrates with Headliner. So I use Libsyn, and I guess I had heard of Headliner. Headliner is one of these services where it says it's a great and fun way to create awesome video clips from your podcast episodes. So if you've ever seen these clips on social media where there's like, maybe there's a static image, but there's like this little wave, and then you hear the voice, you hear the podcast audio, and then you also see the transcription of the audio on the screen as well. So you can read the text. And they're like a minute long or even less, 30 seconds or a minute, somewhere in that range. And then you could share it on social media. And it's supposed to be great because people can, not only they get a little visual and they get the transcription of the clip, of the Headliner clip, but they also get to hear the audio. So I don't know, I guess you're supposed to take like the best part of your episode or a really awesome 30 seconds of an episode and make this little Headliner video. So I actually tried it for my show. I did it once through Libsyn because now Libsyn integrates with Headliner. So, and it, good integration, and it actually worked pretty well. Though it did take some time. And this is the thing that I don't like about this whole process of making these audiograms or whatever you want to call them, right? These little video, audio transcription, social media thingies is, when people talk about them or when the company's trying to tell you how great it is, no one ever mentions how long it takes to do. And it's because it's not something you can do in like 3 minutes. For me, anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I wonder what your experience is. Are you able to create these things in 5 minutes? Because for me, it took, I don't know. I didn't time it, but it seemed like it took 20 or 30 minutes for one little 30-second little thing that I share on social media that, and social media, almost no one's going to see it. And you know what I mean? Like I don't know if it was worth my time. But anyway, it's cool that Libsyn is integrated with Headliner now. And there's actually a process the whole process for using these Headliner, the Headliner app within Libsyn is, there's an article here with a link in the post. So if you really want to know step by step how to do it, check it out. All right, next daily goodie. Is it time to get serious about growing your podcast production business? Right? Have you been editing and producing podcasts for clients and now you want to earn more money serving more clients? So I say do it. This is a booming field, still is, still on the incline. There's more clients for everyone. And so what happens is, some people start producing podcasts for other people, in different ways. Some people just do simple editing. Some people do full production. And, there's all kinds of different ways you can do it. But, look, if you produce podcasts or edit podcasts and you want to make more money, do it. Step up your game. Start marketing more, start talking to more people. There's a lot of ways to do it. What it really comes down to is just talking to more people, reaching out, saying hello, and making yourself known and being helpful. Look, and I guess there's some online marketing stuff that might help you, but I'm not good at marketing. Like, I don't take marketing advice from me, because marketing it seems to be my Achilles heel. So anyway, the whole point is there's so much opportunity out there. Just do it. Go for it. And if you don't have the production skills or the audio skills, of course, that's what my school is for, right? To prepare people to go out and get really good clients and not just make, $30 or $40 or $50 per episode, but, earn a lot more than that. You actually can. All right. Next daily goodie. Keeping your average day-to-day listening volume low. All right. So a lot of people who produce podcasts, I've found out, they listen through headphones and they turn the volume up while they're listening, while they're producing, while they're editing, even while they're recording. And my advice is always monitor at the lowest possible level you can. Well, especially for recording and editing, stuff like that. Now, when you're mixing, yes, sometimes you need to turn up the volume when you're mixing. Sometimes you do. You need to go back and forth sometimes. Turn it up, turn it down, turn it up, because you need to hear different things. Okay, that's fine. But in general, it's just a great practice to keep your listening volume low. Got to save your ears for later in life. Don't ruin your hearing. Many veteran radio hosts lose their hearing later in life because their day-to-day listening volume has been kind of loud all day, every day for their entire career. So it happens to all these guys. Well, maybe not all of them, but most of them. So when you're producing audio, take care of your ears. Don't be like those people. Keep your average day-to-day listening volume low. It really makes a difference. And when you're recording, I've said this before, but when you're recording anything, yes, you might need to hear it just to make sure you're recording the correct sound and there's no static and stuff like that. But please don't turn the volume up too loud in your headphones. There's never a need for that. Okay, moving on. Next daily goodie, and this was from April 1st. And yeah, so this was a giveaway, but the dates are both past, so we're not gonna focus on that one. All right, the next daily goodie was an audio interface buying guide from Sweetwater. And I forgot, I think someone may have sent me a note and said this is an older article, but maybe this is a different one, because it does say that today's date is on this article. But anyway, the whole thing is it's a simple audio interface buying guide, so don't, if you just want to learn more about how to choose an interface, then this is a good article just to skim real quick. It's just helpful, simple, but helpful. So kind of like the daily goodies in general, right? These daily goodies that I write every day, they're not meant to be a novel or a textbook. It's just a little tip, right? To help you over time. All right, next daily goodie. FabFilter Timeless 2. Yeah, so Timeless 2 is a plugin from FabFilter, and it has a lot of cool effects inside it. I mean, this is a plugin that, I mean, it has delay, chorus, reverb, flanger, distortion, and many more different effects. So I like this. It's just really handy for podcast production because, you know, typically in podcast production, we don't use a lot of these effects like delay and chorus and reverb and flanger and right and distortion. We usually don't use any of them, but there are times when you might want a cool effect. Whoa, excuse me. You know, like in the beginning and at the end of my episodes when we grunt and we yell and stuff like that. A lot of times I'll add reverb and delay and all that. And I use Timeless 2. So Timeless 2 is a cool plugin. And I'm sure there's other plugins as well that are like a multi-effects plugin. Obviously FabFilter is a great plugin company, and Timeless 2 is just really cool. All right, and where are we going up till? April 9th. Okay, so next daily goodie, calling a guest's cell phone using Skype on a computer. All right, so sometimes, like, look, there's a lot of different ways to connect guests. Sometimes you end up having to call a guest's cell phone from your computer. And I don't know, I guess maybe there's a way to use Google Voice or whatever, but I don't know. I just use Skype to call people's phones. I mean, Skype is not the best service in the world for audio quality. In fact, it's one of the worst, but it's easy and you can call international. So I just use Skype to call people's phones. And of course, when I do that, I use Audio Hijack, which you can see on the video version of this. I have Audio Hijack up. I can easily, record Skype separately on my own computer. So I can record that phone call on its own track right on my own computer. Boom. Awesome. So in post, see, what happens is their voice, calling someone's phone over Skype, it's not going to sound great. And usually it's pretty bad and there's not much clarity. That's the problem with phone calls in general. Forget Skype for a second. Phone calls in general, there's not much clarity. It's just, there's not, because usually it cuts off frequencies above 3 kilohertz, right? And it does the same in Skype, obviously, because you're calling a phone. So in the post-production, I normally, when I have that bad sounding, unclear recording, I usually have to remove quite a bit of low end and sometimes quite a bit of low mids because it's just really muddy. There's a lot of mud there. And then also I add some clarity, which is, adding clarity is not easy when there's no frequencies above 3 kilohertz. So that it's not easy. So also note, I don't use much compression in post-production when I work with phone calls, usually, because it's already being squished and decimated by Skype and the phone company as well. So Skype is destroying the audio and the phone company's destroying the audio. Everyone's destroying the audio. So you don't always need to use compression, but sometimes you do. Anyway, what's your experience with processing phone call audio, right? Is that your favorite thing? All right, next daily goodie. Earbuds microphone versus Samson Meteor mic. All right, earbuds microphone. All right, we know that a lot of people who join podcasts, they just wear earbuds, and so you end up, and this is for guests, obviously. If someone's hosting a podcast show, hopefully they have a real microphone, some sort of a real microphone. But guests, a lot of them have earbuds, so you get that earbud microphone sound, which sometimes is okay. Sometimes it's quite good. Sometimes it's dull, and sometimes they feed back a little, which is very annoying. But all in all, it's usually not the worst. Now, the Samson Meteor mic, okay, this is, I don't know how new it is, but Samson Meteor mic is this microphone. It's just first of all, it's a condenser microphone and it has a tiny stand. So it's just like this tiny stand that sits on a desk, which ensures that the microphone is going to be about 2 feet away from the person's mouth, which is terrible. So combine the distance from the mic with the fact that it's a condenser and oh my God, you're going to pick up a ton of background noise, room noise, reverb, everything. And on a recent session I had, it was really terrible. It was picking up so much background noise. There was a loud air vent and significant room reverb. So, the person had the Samson Meteor mic and they thought they had a microphone, and okay, I got a good microphone for podcasts. Oops, sorry, that's not true. So when I was sound checking this person, it sounded so bad that I asked them, I said, look, do you have regular earbuds with a microphone on it? And the guest was like, yeah, I do. And I said, you know what, let's try that. So we switched over, we got rid of their Meteor mic, and then we just set them up using their earbud mic, and it sounded way better. Okay. Why? Because it was so much closer to their mouth, and it's not a condenser microphone. So anyway, that's a interesting thing that happened. And of course, it's the same. That's very similar to what normally happens with someone with a Blue Yeti. Same thing. It's sitting on a desk too far away from the person. It picks up too much of room noise and reverb because it's a condenser. And you all know with Blue Yetis, people have the polar pattern selected wrong, right? Or they've selected the wrong polar pattern. I was recently on an episode recording someone with a Blue Yeti, went through the whole sound check, and I said, hey, and I said, which way is the mic facing and what pattern is it on? This person had it on the wrong pattern, and they had the mic facing the wrong way. And they were like, oh my God, thank you so much it literally took 60 seconds for me to fix those two problems. And the sound was way better. And they're like, oh my God, I've been using the microphone wrong all these years. And it's like, well, yeah, that's what happens with the Blue Yeti and people who don't know how to use microphones. It's not their fault. They just don't know. Okay, next daily goodie. I think this is the second to last one. Track Spacer. Track Spacer is an award-nominated audio plugin, and I have not tried Track Spacer yet, but I saw several people online raving about it. And apparently, Track Spacer is sort of like a sidechain compressor, or you might say a multi-band compressor that's used with a sidechain. Because what you do is the Track Spacer plugin reacts to the incoming sidechain signal, which let's say it's your voice. Because here's the thing, when most people start their podcast, they play their intro music, and then they keep talking, or then they come in talking and they say, hi, welcome to the show. I'm your host, right? So when they're talking, one good thing to do is feed their voice into a sidechain compressor of the music. So when that person is talking, the music gets pushed down like 3 or 4 dB or 5 or 6 dB, whatever you want. So when they're talking, the music gets pushed down real quick, and so that you can understand them talking. And then when they're not talking, the music comes back up to its normal level. So it's a really cool trick to make sure that the voice cuts through the music, right? Because that's what you want. Anyway, this Track Spacer plugin apparently does that really well, and people are raving about it, but I haven't tried it yet. So if any of you guys try the Track Spacer plugin, let me know. It's a plugin I would love to try. I have so many plugins and that I want to try. So many that I want to try. All right. This is the last one. Cleancast. Oh, it needs beta testers. All right. So Cleancast was mentioned in Pod News. Of course, Pod News. I know you're all subscribed to Pod News. The podcast and the daily email. Both are wonderful. Okay, so Cleancast is software that assists you while removing unwanted ums and other filler words from your podcast. Okay. So this thing removes ums and other filler words. But here's the thing. It's in beta and it needs beta testers. So I don't know if it's good. I haven't tried it. But anyway, if you want to try it, there's a link right here. Actually, it's cleancast.ai/home. And that's it. You can go try it. There's also a post-test survey. So if you do try it, then you can fill out the little survey. It helps them develop their plugin. I don't know, if you're into this kind of thing, if you want to try it and help out, sometimes these things are fun to do if you have some time. Note, Cleancast only works in Chrome. Okay, I don't know if that's the demo or if that's the anyway, I don't know. I don't know if that's the actual plugin or service only works with Chrome, but whatever. All right, well, if you're interested in that, Cleancast. And that is it for our Daily Goodie episode. If you have any questions about podcast production, let me know. Go to podcastengineeringschool.com and there's a contact us page on the top right. Just click contact us and then send me a note. And check out our podcast too. The podcast, that's what you're listening to now, the Podcast Engineering Show. And there you go. Well, if I can help you, let me know. Thanks for listening. I appreciate you all. And we'll talk soon. Bye. All right. That's the episode. Oh, it still says there's 3 people watching. I don't know who's there. Oh, Jameer says thank you. Oh, yeah, thanks, man. So here's what we do now. So now comes the fun part. So we're going to go to Audio Hijack, and we're going to actually turn off this block. All right, so we turned off that recording block, and we can actually turn off this too. We don't need that input anymore either. And now we're going to open up that. So that's my raw recording, and we're going to open it up in RX7. And here it is. Oh, stereo recording. Oh, all right. Yeah, I didn't have, so what I configured, I didn't have configured correctly is, wait. Yeah, so in the recorder here, I had it as a stereo file, 24-bit stereo, because normally this is my iPad input, which I want to record in stereo because I play music, but today I changed it to a duplicate of my mic just to record it. So anyway, that's why it's stereo, if you were wondering. And so what I'll do is I'll highlight the left side, because this is just my voice. It's a mono signal, so there's no need to have it in stereo. So the way you do that is you just highlight the left or whatever, or the right, doesn't matter. Highlight one side, hit copy, and then you paste new from clipboard, and boom. Now it's a big mono file. Wonderful. And I should be able to hear, I think right here I can actually see, this is probably where I started recording the episode, but let's see. Sometimes I like to have my intro. All right. Welcome to the Podcast Engineering Show. That's it. All right. All right, so let's do this. I'm just going to, oh man, I got things covering my screen. Yeah, right there. Right there. Okay. So now this is all this audio that I'm about to delete was the beginning of the stream, which we don't need. So we're going to delete that. And then now what's left is just that episode. And let's go to the end. Man, I got all these windows open. This is hard. Well, it's like the chat window for Ecamm and stuff. So now if we go here, appreciate you all, and we'll talk soon. Bye. All right, that's where it ended. So now I can delete the end there. And oh, was that a comment? Is this easier to use than Audacity? So this is the tool I'm using right now is Isotope RX7. This is a completely different animal than Audacity. It's just a different, they do different things. So it's not, and is it easier to use? I would say no, because RX7 is much more deep in terms of all these, all the ways that you can manipulate the audio, all these processors and everything. So yeah, this is like what I'm showing you on the screen now. This is like some advanced stuff. Most podcasters don't have this, and you know, probably most don't need it, right? Whatever. So right now I'm going to run my module chain. I'm going to run I have a profile for myself, which uses the phase alignment, loudness, deplosive, and EQ. And the EQ, I'm just rolling off the low end. So let me hit render. So now this might actually take a little while. Yeah, so this is actually going to take a little while. And I see that little thing on the screen, twitching on the screen. Not not meaning Twitch or anything, but twitching on the screen. So, okay, so what we're going to do is, what I'm doing now is just sort of cleaning up my raw recording. And then after I clean up my raw recording, then I'm going to bring it into Reaper. And as you can see on the, this is my track, the top track here. And then I have all these tracks here. This is the alien. This is the spaceship, the door. And this is my, my announcer guy who I have on the show sometimes. This is, these tracks are for that. Oh, so now it's done with the phase. Moving on to loudness. So yeah, so this is just a monologue episode. So this is my track, and I'm gonna use some effects on my voice, and then I also have a vocal subgroup, which it's only my voice going through here, but this is the vocal subgroup is where I add my mastering sort of processing. So in a way, you could think about it like with the effects on my track, I'm actually going to do the mixing. You know, meaning EQ and compression, stuff like that, like regular processing. And then on the vocal subgroup, I'm just adding a little bit of sort of mastering processing. So yeah, now it's running the deplosive. And, oh, there's the comments. Yeah, oh, that's it. All right, done. So now this is at minus 23 LUFS. It has no plosives. I rolled off the low end, and it's all been phase corrected. So let's export this as a wave 24, and we'll call it this one with the RX on the end. There we go. So now we can actually get rid of that, but we don't really have to. So let's go over to Reaper now. Now we're going to bring in this file. So here's my processed file. Here I go. All right, there's my file. So now I'm just going to zoom in the beginning just to. All right. So that's pretty good. So let's just fade that in a little, and then let's just make sure the very end. We'll talk soon. Bye. All right, that's good. And so now what I want to do is mix this a little bit. So what are we going to use? So this is the vocal subgroup, and so I'm not going to use the inflator there. I'm going to use my aquamarine. I'm going to use my EQ, aquamarine EQ, and the true iron a little bit. And the output 0. Okay, so that's good for now. I'm actually going to check. You know what? I'm going to check the how much compression is going on just out of the box. So I say do it. Is always monitor at the lowest possible. So that's pretty good. This is actually a dual compressor. So the first one I like to hit with no more than 4 dB of compression, and then the second one just like 1 dB is good. And that. When I set it up for that amount of gain reduction, these two, it just works great. And this is a great plugin. All right. So just making sure this is in the ballpark for now. And now we can just maybe open up some plugins here. So I got the gate, which I'll leave on. And And then I'm going to want to use my my new favorite toy. This thing is just amazing. So I'll just check the compression. Wait, can I make that? I don't want to make this smaller, but... And it's supposed to be great because people can, not only they get a little visual and they get the transcription of the clip, of the headliner clip, but they also get to hear the audio. So I don't know, I guess you're supposed to take like the best part of your episode or you know, a really awesome 30 seconds of an episode and make this little headliner video. So I actually tried it for my show. I did it once through Libsyn because now and make this little headliner video. So I actually tried it for my show. Okay, I was just checking the amount of compression, which you can see on this little down here. There's little lights. So the 4 dB of compression, that light comes on. That's okay. I want that to come on sometimes, but I don't ever want that anything higher to come on because I don't want to use too aggressive compression. So that should be fine for now. I'm going to have to turn up my headphones because I actually don't normally mix on headphones. And one other thing I wanted to try was if I open the system wide and then I play and make this little headliner video. So I actually tried it for my show. I did it once through Libsyn. So all right, so that's my Sonnox, which is actually, you know, making sure that my headphones are playing back with a flat frequency response. So I just wanted to make sure of that. All right, now I turn up the volume. Now I can hear it, and man, I'm gonna EQ this thing right now. And my advice is always monitor at the lowest possible level you can. Well, especially for recording and editing, stuff like that. Now, when you're mixing, yes, sometimes you need to turn up the volume when you're mixing. Sometimes you do. You need to go back and forth sometimes. Turn it up, turn it down, turn it up. So, yeah, I'm just adding a little bit of low end just to make it a little more full. Yeah, I should have listened on my headphones all day today to get my ears acclimated to these headphones, but I didn't. So now, I mean, I kind of know what I'm hearing, but I'm not super confident. But yeah, so I think we might need to use a little bit of a de-esser as well. And so I'm actually gonna, yeah, let's use Soothe 2. Well, before that, let me add some more compression. And my advice is always monitor at the lowest possible level you can. Well, especially for recording and editing. All right, so I just popped this in and I brought the mix down to about 23%, and I like it, but let me turn it on and off. And my advice is always monitor at the lowest possible level you can. Yeah, I like that. It just makes it tighter. It's very subtle. Like all these things I'm doing are pretty subtle. But now I want to use a little bit of Soothe 2. Oh yeah, to make sure there's not too much sibilance. So let's try it in post-production when I work with phone calls, usually, because it's already being squished and decimated by Skype and the phone company as well. So Skype is destroying the audio, and the phone company is destroying the audio. Everyone's destroying the audio. So you don't always need to use compression, but sometimes you do. Anyway, what's your experience with processing phone call audio? Right? Is that your favorite thing? All right, next daily goodie: earbuds microphone versus Samson Meteor mic. Right, earbuds microphone. All right, we know that a lot of people who join podcasts, they just wear earbuds, so you end up, and this is for guests, obviously. If someone's hosting a podcast show, hopefully they have a real microphone, some sort of real microphone. But guests, a lot of them have earbuds, so you get to. So what I'm doing is I'm actually trying to find where all the sibilance is, and I think I got it pretty good right there. So now I'll turn the delta off and I'll adjust how much of the de-essing that I actually want. Just do it. Go for it. And if you don't have the production skills or the audio skills, of course, that's what my school is for, right? To prepare people to go out. Wait, what's happening? Stuff that might help you, but I'm not good at marketing. Like, I don't take marketing advice from me, because marketing is seems to be my Achilles heel. So anyway, the whole point is there's so much opportunity out there. Just do it. Go for it. And if you don't have the production skills or the audio skills, of course, that's what my school is for, right? To prepare people to go out and get really good clients, and not just make, $30 or $40 or $50 per episode, but earn a lot more than that. You actually can. All right, next daily goodie, keeping your average day-to-day listening volume low. All right. So a lot of people who produce podcasts, I've found. All right, that's sounding okay. I never want to use too much of the Soothe 2, because you can destroy the clarity of it. So you just got to use a little bit of it. And that's the thing with all these processes. You just got to use a little. All right, so now I want to hear it on with it on and with it off. So here's with it off. Yeah, so this was a giveaway, but the dates are both past. So oh, that's good. The dates are just past, right? Now let's turn it on. Yeah, so this was a giveaway, but the dates are both past. So we're not going to. That is nice. Maybe even I'm going to back it off a hair. Yeah, 1.3. Okay, so I think that's probably good there. And now the other new plugin that I got is this Oxford Inflator. And yeah, obviously I was mentioning it before, but I'm going to put some of this on here. Let's bring the effect down to 0 first, and then I'll bring it up. And it's just going to bring it very much closer, more in your face, and nicey nice, right? Okay. Do you have regular earbuds with a microphone on it? And the guest was like, yeah, I do. And I said, you know what? Let's try that. So we switched over. We got rid of their Meteor mic, and then we just set them up using their earbud mic, and it sounded way better. You hear that? How much closer that brings it? All right, this is with it off. Do you have regular earbuds with a microphone on it? And now this is with it on. Do you have regular earbuds with a microphone on it? And the guest was like, yeah, I do. And I said, you know what? Let's try that. So we switched over. We got rid of their Meteor mic, and then we just set giveaway. But so, okay. So everything is going well, I think. But here, one thing is that I'm confused, because I'm hearing my voice with like a bunch of room reverb on it. Does it, right? Is that how that's not how it sounds. Is it, I'm pretty close to the mic. I don't know I don't know. Anyway, well, I'll check it later. I guess for now, I'll just assume that it's okay. And we could save all that. And I actually want to. Oh, yeah, buddy. Now we got 4 people watching. Hello, if you're watching. So now what I'm going to check is my level. So you saw that in the beginning, I made sure that my mastering plugins were not, the settings weren't set up badly, right? Just want to make sure it was not doing too much. And then I went to my track and I adjusted that to my liking. Yeah, pretty much. I think normally I would probably spend a little more time EQing and compressing and all that. But because this is a live stream, I kind of want to keep it moving. Oh, Jason Bryant, what's up, man? Yes, you are 25% of my audience, and I appreciate all percents of my audience. So what's up, Jason? So, all right, so now I'm just going to check my mastering plugins, make sure now that I adjusted the track that they're still good. And really what it comes down to is the compression. And my advice is always monitor at the lowest possible level you can. And my advice is always monitor at and my advice is always monitor at the it's just first of all, noise. There was a loud air vent and significant room reverb. All right, so I like that amount of compression better. See, I lightened up on the compression. I didn't want to compress it as much, but now I started hearing more sibilance. So let's just go. And my advice is always monitor at the lowest possible level you can. Well, especially for recording and editing, stuff like that. Now, when you're mixing, yes, sometimes you need to turn up the volume when you're mixing. Sometimes you do. You need to go back and forth sometimes. Turn it up, I just use Skype to call people. All right, I'm good with that. So yeah, see, I had to use a little more soothe. That's what happens. Sometimes when you add more compression or less compression, like when you change the compression, it'll change the transients, and then it'll also affect the sibilance. It can. It doesn't always, but it can. So that's why mixing is an art. It's like you adjust one little thing, and then it makes the other thing sound different. So that's kind of the art of doing it. All right, so I think, okay, let's say we're done with this. So let's go and render it. Yeah, we're gonna render it to episode 183. Change the name to 183. Mono 24-bit. This looks good. Go. Now, how long is it going to take? What does it say? I can't. It's underneath. Oh. This is terrible. It's going to take 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess it's going to take 10 minutes. So which is funny because, you know, I'm just going to go to another screen. It's funny because how long is this? This is 19 and a half minutes, but I'm processing it using all those plugins. And because I'm using so many plugins, it's going to take it like 11 minutes to process it. So anyway, that's one thing. I know people who produce audio for podcasts, a lot of them are worried about how long does it take to process the audio, because they want to process everything really quick, right? And so if you use a bunch of cool plugins, the processing takes significantly longer. But see, in my opinion, I'm okay with that because that's what I do. I make stuff sound good and I produce it properly. I don't care about the time. Like right now, we got 10 minutes while it's rendering. Like, there's plenty of stuff to talk about and do, you know, everything. Social media, check your email. I mean, while something's rendering, you can do other stuff. Now, if you have 47 clients and you need to produce 9 episodes today, then it's a different story. If you really have to knock out work, then it might be a different story, but yep. So, oh, you know what I should do? Wait, where's my... Oh, yeah. All right. See, now you got me full screen. Of course, Podcast Engineering School. Actually, the next semester is starting Tuesday, which is awesome. And then the next semester after that starts in July. And check out the my ending screen. Do you guys like this? This is my ending screen. First of all, the Podcast Engineering Show, that's my podcast. So go, if you haven't heard that, check it out. And then, of course, sign up for my daily goodie emails. You can read it better with my hand behind it. But that's that. So, oh, you know what we can do? Oh, all right. See, we're going to produce this episode. So here's my episode information. So now, oh wait, I'm not showing you this yet, but let me log into Libsyn. Let me log in to my show in the lounge. You ever been to the Podcasters Lounge? Yeah? Ever been on that live stream? Oh, yeah, baby. All right. So, well, I guess everyone's going to see my stats. Do I care? Should I care? Well, what I'll do is I'll just create a new episode. All right, now I'm going to show you guys because I'm ready. Okay, the desktop with me. Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Well, this is Libsyn, so we got a new episode going. And the name is going to be Into the Goodie Bag. That's what I named it. So we'll go here. PES 183 Into the Goodie Bag. And then we come down here. And then you put it in for Apple Podcasts, but then you got to get rid of the episode number, which goes here. 183, right? And then, well, let's just save this as a draft. And, oh, I gotta go into my my website. All right, let me log into my website. What the? /wp-admin. Okay. I'm logging in. He's logging in. Yep. So I don't know. I think it's kind of fun going through this process live. I don't know if are you guys enjoying this? Is this worth anything? Or is this just whatever. I don't know. All right, I guess I could show you this. Yeah, all right. So now we're going to go post. Oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go to posts. Is this like, let me know if I'm showing any like sensitive information. I don't think I am, but all right. So let's get the last goodie bag one that's scheduled. See, I got three episodes scheduled. See, I'm ahead of the game. So I'm just going to grab all this text and then go to add a new post. And we got the text, and then we're going to change this to 183. And then the actual name of the episode is that, and the category is that. Oh man, I got so many. Oh, these windows on my screen are killing me. Yeah, you guys can't see it, but all right. I think that's, let me just click on visual. Yeah, let me save the draft, right? Yep. All right, saving the draft. Did someone yep. Oh, Jameer, what do you mean yep? Am I okay? If I'm doing something stupid, please tell me. Or if I'm showing like my I don't think I'm showing any passwords or anything, am I? I mean, does it matter? Like URLs and stuff? I don't know. Is this really dumb of me to do this? Anyway, I don't think so, but all right. So anyway, this is the So this is from last time. So what did I cover this time? March 27th to April 9th. So we'll go here and overwrite that. The two plugins I mentioned, that's from last episode. Announcement. All right, I've been talking about the NT1 forever. I don't need to put that in there. No, all good. All right, thank you, brother. Or thank you. Regarding all the Mystic Show, marketing skills, Support, yeah, the next date. Oh, July 7th, 2020. That's the next PES date. All right, that's, I don't know. I don't think I need really anything else in here, right? This is sort of like a stripped down Daily Goodie episode. Okay, so we'll go with that. We'll save the draft. Oh, what I wanted was the URL. Right? Remember, you grab this URL. This is the post in WordPress, and then you go here, and then you put that in the details. You put it in right here. Custom URL. Boom, that's my blog post. And actually, we can just do this too. We'll take just take all that text and put it in here, and that should be fine. And then we'll save as draft. So, and we can look at our, yeah, look, we're, oh God. Oh, 1 minute to go. All right, 1 minute to go. Then once this is mixed down, then we're going to just tighten it up real quick and edit it. Give it a quick edit. Of course, it doesn't need any major editing. It just needs to be tightened up, and any like little lip smacks or mouth noise or anything. Long spaces, I'll shorten up some of the spaces if it's a little too long. Just tightening it up. What I call tightening it up. Tightening it up. All right, so right, should be almost done. The wave looks good. Nice and solid. And boom. All right, so we'll save that. And now we'll go to the file, and it's this one. And we'll open it in Twisted Wave, which is my preferred detailed editor. So let's do it. All right. Well, that's a little loud for me. All right, and I'm not actually listening. And Daily Goodie episodes, like the one we're recording. So sign up on, see that? Oh, that's a little lip smacker. March 27th to 8th. And now integrates with Headliner. So if you've ever seen these clips on social, at the transcription of what is that? Transcription of the clip of the headline. But they also get to hear the Headliner. So good, right? Good. I should just, want me to loop this? It happens. But see this little part here? That's actually natural. Meaning, listen, good integration. It's like, because I'm enunciating that, right? So anyway. Though it did. See, I can't hear. I gotta turn it up more. What is this? Oh yeah. See, this is mouth noise. Get rid of that. This is lip smacks. This is some weird noise. Pretty well. And that one too. There's a little bit here. Yeah, I'll just get rid of that. Okay. Making these audiograms. All right. Now here's the thing. See, you might think you could cut out the all the way to here. No, that wouldn't sound natural. You got to leave some space, leave space like that. So you could cut out from like here to here. And now, process of making these audiograms, and that little, at the end here, there's this little, you hear that? That's pretty nasty. Let's get rid of that. These audio, there's a little bit on the end there. These audiograms, perfection, is, all All right, I'm just scanning. 30 seconds. See that little lip smacker or mouth noise that I share on social, and you know, social media, a process, the whole process, actually, all right, that's a little long, plus there's some mouth noises, see, I don't like this little lip smacker. There's an article here with the goodie. All right, so now I'll cut the lip smacks and tighten up the space. Is it time to get serious about, oh, this is a booming field, still is. This is a booming, you can do it. But, you know, start marketing more. Start marketing more. Anyway, the whole point is, have the production, don't have the production skill. What is this? And, oh yeah, all right. And okay, well, especially, see, now this one, I came in struggling, so I can't cut out too much of this space. I'll cut out a little, those little mouth clicks. Well, yeah, perfect. And all right, so just tightening it up. So that it. And when you're, and this was from, whoa. All right, the next daily goodie was an audio, and I forgot. All right, next daily goodie. Over time. Oh, those two nasty little. These are like the little things that annoy you over time. All right, so then I say the kind of works in there. All right, next daily goodie. That, I mean, it has, and that, see, I'm actually not going to cut this out. I'm going to silence it. That, I mean, because I don't want to mess with the pacing. I just want to get rid of that little lip thing. We don't use, but they're on a cool effect. Whoa, excuse me. All right, and where are we guests? Sometimes you end up, but and of course when I record Skype separately on my own computer, so I can record that. Get rid of a little space there. See, what happens is their voice, right? That's too long, and little lip smackers. That's the problem. It hurts, right? By the way, one of the reasons there's so many little lip smackers in here is because this is a condenser microphone. There's no free. There, sometimes, usually with a dynamic, there's not as many of the little mouth noises and destroying the lip smacks. See that little, you know, it kind of works. Sometimes you do. Anyway, what's your, because it's natural. That's why it works. So we're going to cut that. We're going to cut these. You do. Anyway, what's your experience? All right, that's good. Right, but get quite good. And there, I'm just going to silence that. Sometimes it's, see that is definitely not necessary. Now the Samson, see these little, oh yeah. Fascinating to watch a real engineer at work. Hey, yeah, baby. See that I want to try and get rid of it. Let's see if it works. Worst. Now the Sam, oh, just nailed it. I mean, are you kidding me? Okay. And it's not. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just trying to rip through it. And they were like, oh, look at that. And they were like, see, that's like, I don't know. To me, that's. And they were like, oh, nasty. Spacer. The little lead there. Sir. Tracer. I'm going to try that. Spacer. Track spacer. Oh, man. Just the kid is on fire. Or you might say, the kid's got the hot hand going. Wait, what is this? This little bit, right? And even tighten that up and probably tighten this up. Is the track spacer plus the track. There you go. We don't need we get the track spacer. That's it. Your hosts, right? So when they're talking, yeah, that's a little nasty, a little too nasty for me. So when they're talking, one good thing to do. That's too big of a space. So when that person is like 3 or 4 dB, or like 3 or whoa, what is that? 3 or 4. Look at that. What is this? You hear that? Beep beep. Do I need that? 3 or 4. 3 or like 3 or. No, I don't. And I'm gonna get rid of these little mouth noises, and I'm gonna try getting rid of the squeak, like 3 or 4 dB, or yep, that worked. You are using RX7 for this final edit, yes? No, this is Twisted Wave. Okay, I have so many. Yeah, this is Twisted Wave. I have so many. Would love to try. See, I don't know if I need that. And I would love to try. Oh, but what is that? Love to try. I have little. You know what? The pacing. So I'm going to silence that instead of removing it. Would love to try. I have so many. Oh, the kid. He's on fire. He's on fire. That's all. Of course, pod news. So we don't need all these little. Of course, pod news. I know you're all subscribed. Pod news. Okay. So this. Okay. So this thing broadcast. Okay. So this thing removed. Okay. How we doing? And that's it. You can go try it. There's also Chrome. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. See, that was way too long. Okay. But see, I was confused. So you got to leave some space in there because I was confused, right? And that's natural. A little more space because I was confused. It's natural. I don't know if that's the actual plugin or service only works. Tighten that up. Production. Let me know. Go to podcast engineering. Let me know. That was a swallowing noise. And there's a. And there's a contact us on the top right. Just click contact us and then send page on the top right. Okay. Page on the top right. Oh, I got to move just all click these. Sorry that my eCam overlays are all in the way. Hearing show. And we'll talk soon. Bye. All right, we can chop off the end and we'll just make sure we do a little fade out. And then we're going to hit save. Okay, so that's good. So now it's pretty much done. The only thing is, well, let's close it there. We want to bring it into RX. for our final processing, I have to move all those things again. Okay. So our final episode's going to be -19. So, all right, render that. That shouldn't take too long. Now, how we doing with my post? Into the goodie bag. That, right? There's nothing special to announce this week, right? Yeah, no, this is a straight ahead. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And probably don't even have to. All right, I'll just click save. And then in Libsyn, I think we're also doing very good. We're pretty much all set to go. Let's just check. So, well, obviously we need the file. We're creating that now. But as far as the details go, we got the title, got the description, category, everything's done. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, it is ready. It is ready for that. And could mention your streamed it live on Twitch. Oh, I could have mentioned that in the episode. I guess so. Oh, on my blog post. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Oh, that's a great idea. That actually crossed my mind earlier, but just for a fleeting second, and I totally forgot. So thank you for that. This episode was recorded while I was streaming live on Twitch. Follow me there if you're a Twitcher. Is that a thing? I don't know. It's kind of stupid, but okay. Oh, and then my link. There's my Twitch link. Oh, there's me typing on the screen. Feedback. Okay, so live on Twitch. I'll put the link there. And I'll put the link here too. Why not? Right? Sometimes you just got to put the link in a few places. You never know which one's going to inspire someone to click it. Right? That's it. Oh, I'll put a little asterisk there, right? All right, so now let me copy that. Save the draft. Go here. And I got to put that in. These overlays are killing me, man. All right. So, yeah, our file's going to be done right now. Okay, hold on one second. All right, so that's in there. That's good. So let me hit save as draft. All right, now our file is done. This is the final file. And so let's save it. Save, and okay, now that's saved. But now we're going to change the name. Oh my God. So now we're going to add the RX on the end because it's done. And now we're going to open up the previous episode in Fission. This is how we're going to tag it. So, wow. All right, that's the previous episode. And now this is this episode, open with Fission. Okay, so now we got the old one and the new one. So the old one, you go edit, copy tags, boom. And then you go to the new one and you say paste tags, boom. And now here, we'll change this. This is episode 183 now. And then, of course, the title is going to be completely different. So let's go get the correct title, which is WordPress and tagging into the goodie bag PS 183. So that goes there. Notes are already, everything's already there. I do like putting the website link in here, which is here. Oh. I know there might be a better way to do all this. I don't know. Maybe not. If I'm doing something silly and you think I could do it better or easier, let me know. All right, so now that's done. It's all tagged. It's all good to go. So now we're going to export it as our final file, which we're going to do M4A stereo 48. Yes, and so now we'll click export, and then we're going to choose the folder, which is 183. And now we're going to actually go get the file name. That's the actual file name. And boom, so now the file has the right name, it's tagged, and it's an M4A, and we're saving it in the right spot. Boom. Now it's going to take a minute to, create the M4A file with all the tagging information. So let's just go make sure we got it. 183, that's it. And if we click on get info, I always like to check and just look and, make sure that the tagging info is there, which it is. All right, so that's done. So now Fission we can close. We don't even need to save that. Fission, we're closing. Love watching. Thank you. Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, we're almost done. Oh, you got to go? All right. See you, brother. Or see you. I don't know if you're a brother, but brother or sister. All right. So we got the file. So see ya. So we're going to return to the editor. We're going to add the file. Which is that one, and we're going to say open. Now also we're going to back these up in the Dropbox. So we got files, archived, podcast engineering show. Oh my God. You know what? Upload files. We'll get the MP3 and the wave. Hit open. So now that's done. And now I also like, 183. I think I can Dropbox, temporary archives. Yeah. All right. That's there for later. That'll sync later. Yep. But here in Libsyn, the upload was successful. So we'll save it as a draft. And that should be it. This should be ready to schedule. Right? We got the file. Sorry, I'm like constantly moving these overlays around on the screen. It's terrible. I should figure out a way around that or something. I don't know. All right, we got the file. Got all the details. All this is done. And now we're going to go to scheduling. We're going to set a new release date. And now what are we actually... So 182 is scheduled for, oh, you got to be kidding me. May 14th. So this one's going to be May 21st. All right. Spending 900 hours moving stuff around on the screen. May 21st at 1:30 a.m. 5:21, 1:30 a.m. That's right. Publish. All right. Now we're going to get the embed code. And now we're going to go to our post here. Where is it? 183 draft. And we go to the code. Put that in there. Let's go back to the visual. There it is. I'm going to save the draft. And all right, so this is it. 183, good to go. Got the player, got the post, got whatever. That's it. We're ready. So we're going to publish it May 21st, 0130. So May 21st, 0130. That's it. Schedule. Done. Post scheduled. Let's check. Let's check over here too. Oh my God, I got to move everything around again. Okay. So scheduled for release. Yes. Look at this. How far ahead? I'm 4 episodes ahead. This is great. By the way, 180 with Martins Populus is great. And 182 with Hannes Anderson from Oic Sound is great. And Martins is from Sonnox. These are just like, these are not normal episodes. These are real, like, very good. Not to say the other episodes aren't very good, but these are very good. So now I can, oh God, I just want to log out. Thank you. And now we'll go here and we're all set, right? 183 scheduled. Of course, I can't see the date, but yeah, that's it. We're done. We're done. We're done. That's it. I'm logging out. I'm out of Libsyn. I'm out of WordPress. And the Dropbox is done. That's it. All right. Well, there you go. So I don't know how long that took, but anyway, that was kind of fun to do it on the stream. I don't know how it's like. I mean, it sound. I know it sounds. I know it sounds fine. I don't know if it sounds great because I'm, like I said, with my headphones, I'm a little, you know, I haven't, calibrated my ears today for headphones like I would like to have. I probably haven't mixed with my headphones on in a month or two. So, anyway, this was fun. Don't forget, the Podcast Engineering Show is my podcast, which is, just find it wherever you listen to podcasts. And then the Daily Goodie, again, go to the PES website. You can get on the Daily Goodie email. And that's it. All right? We're gonna shut her down. So thank you for watching. Thanks for being here. Again, if I can help you in any way with your audio production for podcasting, just go to the website and there's a contact us page. Just send me a note. Say hi. So, all right, let's end it. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.